Hey, my beautiful bitches, it's me, Fiona St. James, and my beautiful baby, Marky St. James. Say hey, and welcome to another episode of Fiona's Coffee Talks. Ooh. And as always, we both now like to start off every day with a fresh, hot, black cup of coffee. Hold the cream! We'd love to. Guys, it is June 25th, so it is Gay Pride Weekend. Happy Gay Pride Weekend, Gay Pride Day, Gay Pride Month. And that is what this video is about. My all-time favorite gay pride story, which is, drumroll please, summer of 1994. Now, what was so wonderful about that summer was there were two big things. Want to make yourself comfortable? Go ahead, baby. There were two big things going on that summer. First of all, it was the 25th anniversary of Stonewall, plus it was also Gay Games 4. So I want to talk about two things pertaining to Gay Games 4 that summer. So apart from the fact that like the summer was, the city, I should say, that month was so energetic and full of life, and there was a vibe and energy going on that I don't think I've ever felt any other gay pride. You had people from all over the world. So for the actual Gay Games 4, what they needed was they asked people who could volunteer to house some of the athletes. So here, of course, you know, you got all these little hoes in New York City. These, you know, these gay guys, including myself, who I would have loved to be able to house someone, but I was living in a studio that was like that big, and it just was not conducive to actually hosting anyone. But a lot of people did do, and it was, you know, for helping people out. And, you know, that way people could save money, they could actually come and participate in the games. But of course, you know, like I personally know a lot of people that were, that volunteered to do that and would, like, you know, house whatever athlete. And then of course they would end up hooking up, because you know, honey, how gay men are. You put two bitches in a room, especially if one of them is like visiting from another country and you're, you know, you're being nice and letting them stay with you for free. There was a lot of that going on as well. And there was actually a lot of, like, you know, in general, if that's what you were after. And as a single gay male, that's, you know, I like to keep it real. I don't ignore my libido, so that was always part of it too. But even though I didn't actually house anyone, I know people that did, and it was just kind of neat to see that that was going on. And my other favorite thing was, Marky, you okay? My other favorite thing was the opening ceremony. So there was an opening ceremony. There was a stadium in the Bronx called Wien. It's spelled like W-E-I-N. I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway. And I had never heard of it. But I went with, I was with the Imperial Court of New York. So we were part of the opening ceremonies where they had those of us that dressed in drag. We went there that day, and we were holding the placard for specific country. So you would, they would assign you a country, and like when you go to the Olympics, you have someone holding a placard and then someone else holding the flag, and then you have the actual contingency of the athletes. So when I went to check in, they were like, oh, okay, here, you're gonna carry the placard from Malaysia. And I was like, Malaysia? I mean, nothing against Malaysians, but I was like, is there any way that I could get Germany? Because, you know, girl, I love me some hunky white men. And so the guy, I guess he kind of liked the fact that I even like said anything. He was like, hold on, let me check. And as luck would have it, the person who had been assigned to Germany had not checked in yet. So he was like, girl, I'm gonna switch it up so you could get Germany. And I was like, oh, thank God. So I ended up holding the placard for Germany. Now, because it was like an actual baseball field with dirt floors, they were very specific about the fact that we were not allowed to wear high heels. You had to wear flats. And I'm like, flats? I don't even fucking own flats. So here I am dressed as Marilyn Monroe in the 7-year itch dress, looking fierce, I thought. And I'm like, how am I supposed to be dressed like that in front of thousands of people wearing flats? But, you know, that was the rule. You had to wear flats. So I went and bought like a cheapy pair of flats from, I don't even know where, Payless or some cheap bootleg place like that, and spent like $10. And I was like, I'll never wear these again. But while I was there, I'm wearing them. But I brought my high heels with me. So I had these slingbacks that were lucite, that went with my outfit. So here I am, I'm holding the placard in one hand, holding the shoes in the other hand, and and I'm wearing the flats. So when you went, before you actually got to your turn where you were then marching with the contingency, you know, you were on this long line, so you're like inching your way to the front, and then they had these big projector screens and the announcer would say, you know, now the contingency of Germany or whatever your country was. So and they had people like posted throughout the route, you know, leading up to that point. So just as I was getting up to that point and I saw that they were going to, like seconds before they were going to announce Germany, girl, in a matter of half a second, I quickly kicked my shoes off. I like flicked my foot and they went flying. I don't even know where. I probably hit someone upside the head for all I know. And I immediately put my slingbacks on, my 4-inch heels. And as I'm doing that, the guy that was positioned right near me, he was like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, I made believe that I didn't hear him. And then I just marched on that field in my 4-inch heels, feeling so cute. And Germany, I mean, they were a big contingency and filled with really hot bitches. So the audience, of course, went nuts. And it probably helped also that I was, you know, dressed the way that I was dressed and wearing such a signature look of hers. So needless to say, it was an incredible moment. Someone who I met years later, a photographer, videographer, actually like said to me, oh, I was there that day and I taped it. So he actually sent me months later a copy of a VHS tape. So I have it on VHS, but I wish in hindsight I would have thought, you know, I've been saying for the longest, I have a lot of tapes that I need to put on DVD, but I've yet to. So maybe down the line I'll do that and be like, guys, remember the video? Look, I got proof. So, and then from there, like I had taken a cab there, but then coming back home, we all jumped on the subway. And I think it was like the 1, 2, or 3 train, and it was jam-packed with everyone that had been at the opening ceremonies. So there I am in full drag on this train with Charlene, Chabot, and Lisa. And Charlene and I suddenly started carrying on. So we kind of did like an impromptu show, which literally translated means we were like jumping around from hot man to hot man and like causing a scene and laughing. And I think we even like started singing. I don't know what the fuck we did. All I know is that for the entire train ride, everyone was listening to us. And I was like, damn, I wish someone were videotaping this, because it was really so much fun. And then at the end of the train ride, we ended up going to Edelweiss, which I don't even know if it still exists, but it's this tranny hooker bar. So like you had all these trannies, and you know, we're drag queens, but we weren't like necessarily like, you know, pre-op tranny hookers. I mean, I've always been a hoe, but usually as a guy, not as a girl. So we were there, we like, bitches, we giving it away. And of course, the hoes wanted to kick our ass because they're like, why are you taking our business? And you know, of course, I ended up going home with like some hunky straight man, had a blast. But you know, when I read in my book, I said, I went home with, and I put in parentheses a question mark. So I'm like, I don't even remember his name. I don't know that I've even got his name, but ain't the first time that's happened. So anyway, but it was, apart from that, oh, honey, you okay? Apart from that and everything else, it was just really quite wonderful. The feel in the air that summer was like no other gay pride I'd ever experienced. So viewers, those of you who were around, are you in agreement with me? Do you have a special gay pride 1994 story or little thing you want to share with us? So anywho, but happy Gay Pride Month, happy Gay Pride Day, happy Gay Pride Week. And as far as I'm concerned, every day that I'm alive is Gay Pride, because I'm proud of who I am. I've always been gay, I've never hid it, and I don't think we should just pick one day or one weekend or 1 month. I think every day be proud of who you are. So, all right, guys, if you like what I have to say, by all means, give me a thumbs up. Next week, I will be doing my 4th of July video as well. So you guys get to see me back to back again. And Marky, he won't be with me next week, but he's with me now. Look, honey. He's so cute. Okay, where's my little clicker? Here it is. All right, guys, thanks for being here. And Marky says thanks also. Oh, he's slipping. All right, love you. Bye. Say bye, Marky.